Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Good morning, Huntsville. Welcome in on a fabulous Friday. We are here in the remote Elliott's Jewelers studio today. Obviously not at Elliott's Jewelers. I'm at the house. Billy Cauthen, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Billy, what's going on, man? Come on with it.
Man, I'm just holding this office down, hoping for the best.
I'm picking down what you're putting up already this morning.
Yeah, man, can you smell it?
Yeah, I can, man. Well, actually, I'm not picking up what you're putting down because you're putting down coffee. I'm picking up water. Good morning, Huntsville. Welcome in. Garrick Long will be hopping on here in just a few moments. Appreciate him all week, man, stepping up and just being a huge, tremendous asset. We are, again, remote again today. Next week, we'll be back in the studio located downtown on the square. But here we go on a Friday, man. And Billy, good to have you back. You've been gone the last couple of weeks. I thought there for a moment you just got up and left Huntsville. But, hey, you're back, and I know you were on vacation, man. What have you been up to?
We actually we took Boy Scout Troop 98 and Boy Scout Troop 114. We went to the sea base in Florida. So we've been on sailboats, learning that we can sweat more than we ever thought possible. Really good time. The boys, it's a high adventure trip, which is your older, higher ranking scouts. So what we were taking were, sophomores, juniors, and seniors in high school, and just kind of letting them run the show. And it's good old dad sit back and just watch it unfold. And it really goes to show how our program is working and how good the boys are, and that we're really raising some good young men for today. So.
That's awesome, man. We'll be talking more about that and just digging into the scouts here today. And Garrick Long is in the green room right now, as we call it, getting ready to roll here in just a few moments. A lot of folks already chiming in. Let us know that you're out there this morning, what you're thankful for. Those comments are already coming in. So a special good morning today to Lori Logan. She's saying good morning. How about Brittany Wright? Good morning to you, saying good morning. Thankful for a beautiful day. Our good buddy Santa George also, he's chiming in all week. And man, it's been so great this week. I've been out, obviously, and Garrick has done such an awesome job hosting and rolling the show for us this week and continuing on here on Friday helping us out. We will be back next week, but yeah, it's been one of those crazy weeks, man. You have a new child. I'm really starting to get rid of the word kid. Kay Boning has really instilled that in me, and the word kid is starting to phase away. But Billy, you're a dad, man. Garrick's a dad. We'll bring Garrick on here in just a few moments, but it's incredible. But the second child is weird because you kind of feel like this ain't, what do we always say? This ain't your first rodeo, boy.
No, you got it. You got a lick now.
So yeah, so it's a pretty surreal feeling, and I didn't want to make the show about us or anything like that because we want to talk about what you've been up to, Billy, and then I'll have Garrick on and he'll lead the conversation the rest of the way. But I did have to show a couple of pictures, if that's okay. The nurse at Herman Memorial said that she goes, or Memorial Herman said, I have been nursing for 25, almost 30 years, and she said I have not seen a baby this big, at least in a very, very long time. And so the good Lord knew that this baby was on the way. That is a 11-pound, 10-ounce, pure offensive lineman, future Bearcat on the way, Billy, right there.
Absolutely.
And I love this lady's face. That's her face right there. And when that little boy, they did a C-section, thank God. And when that little boy entered this world, Dr. Bainey, I'm there. You get first time C-section. I got to be a part of it, and you're there. And I said, Dr. Bainey, I said, let me guess, 8 or 9 pounds. Let's just say he said the old school phrase, HE double hockey stick, no. And there you go, man. So mama and baby are doing great, and it's been a fun journey. So we're excited.
I'm thinking that maybe she took too many of them prenatal vitamins or something.
Something happened, man. But you know what? It's all good. God is good. Baby's healthy.
That's all that matters. That's all.
Yeah, great to have you back on today, man. And Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. What's been? I know you've been gone for 2 weeks. Before I bring Garrick on, I mean, what kind of happens at the funeral home when you're gone, man? The things obviously don't close down, but you are a big, huge part of what happens over there at Sam Houston Memorial.
I am extremely fortunate. I have possibly one of the best teams a guy could have working with him. So if I'm here or not, the ball gets picked up. It's forward play. I mean, things still happen. Everything gets done. Now, I do walk back into a couple little fires I have to put out, but other than that, no, things were great. They care about the community like I do, so they keep this thing moving forward.
It's the old country song. They call me the fireman. That's my name.
So I'm not going to other people's wife's house or anything.
Speaking of firemen, he's waiting. He's going to take it from here. I'll just be on in the background because literally, I honestly got about an hour and a half of sleep. We finally about 5:45.
When you get off the air there, get that jersey down behind you.
Which one?
The one that says Bison.
Oh, nah, man. I thought, well, you see what's in front of that.
Oh, see it, but
that's old Mac Daddy right there, brother. And then hold on, let me duck down. This man. It looks like I'm trying to hide from somebody.
Hey, I got a styrofoam fish.
How you doing, Bubba?
that is Bubba. That's Bubba Bass.
All right, here he is. He's been waiting. He's like, guys, come on, get out of here. Rob.
Now look, his background is so much better.
Yeah. I've been very patient. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been very patient.
Just wait your turn.
Absolutely. I know the process here. As you can tell, someone was running a little late today, so I apologize. But Rob, thanks for picking up the slack there. But I hope people realize that we are so lucky to have you leading this because you're like, if we were to take this like a train, you are the engine. You're what keeps this rolling. I feel like I'm like the caboose,
No way,
like
man.
I'm all for show. And then Billy can be the dining cart because he's the entertainment.
No, man. I know that back in the day, what was it? The Biscuit Brothers with Cooter and Leroy, and they will never be replaced. But there has to be a new word, a new phrase. That's what I'm going to do in the background here in a moment. I'm going to generate some ideas for a Huntsville trio with Garrick, Billy, and myself, and we'll come up with a name today. How about that, Garrick?
That works. That works for me.
All right, well, take it away, man.
Okay, I got this. Am I minimizing you? Am I getting rid of you? Bye.
It's that easy.
Listen, I have the same controls he does. He's in the background laughing now. Billy, it's so good to see you, my friend. I feel like it's been too long. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Absolutely wonderful.
And then I'm going to ask this. It's going to sound pretty weird coming off, but how's your mother doing?
She's crazy as ever.
Okay.
So normal for her. Yeah.
Normal. So for those who don't know, in a past life, I was in the roofing business, and Billy, I will say the most rewarding roof I ever got to work on was Billy's mom's roof. And it was an interesting situation because normally roofers, they chase the insurance claims and stuff like that. But this was a different scenario. Billy, you want to tell the fine folks what had happened to your mom's house? And then I'll explain like what happened on the top of it.
My mother's house is what would you call that? Pre-engineered, whatever, modular construction. She bought the best of the best. Well, apparently under those shingles was not the best of the rest. Brand new house, just a couple years old. Started getting a water leak in the house, and we couldn't figure it out. And I mean, it was to the point when she would open her cabinets in the kitchen, her glasses already had water in them. They were full. I mean, I have video of it for people that don't believe me. I mean, it was crazy the amount of water that was getting in there. So the guy that sold her the home came out and looked at it and said, "Oh, there's nothing wrong. You're, whatever." Back and forth, back and forth. I got up there myself and started walking around. I said, "Something's not right." So I called Garrick. He came out, discovered some stuff, and he went to bat for my family, and he didn't rest until they made it right. He made that home manufacturer step up to the plate and let his roofing company replace everything, make it right, and we haven't had a minute's worth of trouble since.
It's an odd design because in the kitchen area, the roof is elevated to where it goes almost flat out, and there's not that much of a pitch on those types of homes. And so what had happened is that the valleys that are right there above where it comes out, there was no protection. Every valley has extra protection within it to help prevent all the water that's going to be going through, because that's where it goes through the most to be getting off the roof. Well, what had happened is that not only was there a valley there, but then it goes back under to where it's alongside the house. There was zero protection on that roof for that area, and just there were literal holes. If you were up there, you could have easily had gone through that roof if you had stepped in the right spot. There were holes on both sides. It was incredible. And so I wrote up this report. It got sent into the manufacturer, and sure enough, they were just like, "We're going to replace it." And honestly, like, I know they put up a fight, but I was expecting more of a fight. But sure enough, we got to replace it. It was probably one of the most rewarding roofs. And I was able to upgrade the shingles on that roof. I was able to upgrade the flashing on there. And then we set up special flashing in that valley to help prevent the water from going back in towards the side of the house that was lifted or elevated. So I'm happy to hear that your mom's not having any more issues, because it was kind of scary, because you were having to hold up her cabinets with jacks because they had fallen off the wall. So, but that's good to hear, man. So he was talking scouts earlier. So can you give us some fun facts about the Josie Scout House for the viewers?
The Josie Scout Lodge, which at this point is a historical structure, was actually constructed in 1934 with donated materials and some funding from Robert Josie. And if you go and visit the Scout Lodge today, all that historic original stuff is still there. I believe the roof has been replaced. It now has a metal roof. But the petrified wood fireplaces, the logs, all that stuff is how you would have seen it in 1934. There's also, it never really gets mentioned, but there's the caretaker's cabin, which is a small structure on the property that I believe was built the same time, maybe a year later. Don't hold me to that. But back in the day, we actually had normally like a young college person would stay in the caretaker's cabin, and then he would take care of the main scout lodge as well. There is storage under the scout lodge, which is a true blessing to the scout troops because we have a place to keep our gear. It is extremely non-climate controlled. So when it rains, sometimes our stuff gets wet. When it freezes, our stuff freezes. But it's a great structure. It's extremely valuable. I think we have a very good output of Eagle Scouts in Walker County. And I think that Scout Lodge has a lot to do with that because it is a fun structure for the boys to occupy. It does hold history. It makes you want to be a part of the scouting program when you're there.
So when I was a kid, I went through my local scouting program, and I finished up as a Weeblo, and my dad was probably my scout leader once or twice during that time period. And I remember, I guess, the final ceremony when graduating for that, we were at a facility, and my dad was able to hand me this arrow with like a real arrowhead on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so to this day, he will still give me a hard time because I have misplaced it. And what I will tell him is I left it in my room. I knew exactly where it was. If I was sitting in my room at my desk, at my computer, I had a shelf right above me. It was right there when I left. So you can blame your two other sons for taking it and doing something with it. So, but when you talk about having like a good set of Eagle Scouts coming out of there, how many, I don't know if this is the correct terminology, but how many Eagle Scouts are y'all graduating each year or every other year? Or how does that work?
With Troop 98, which is the troop I'm the Scoutmaster for, we're averaging probably one every 2 years, sometimes one a year, sometimes two a year. Just whenever the boys cross over from Cub Scouts like Weeblos into the troop, they work at their own pace. But a lot of them that were friends that went through Cub Scouting together, when they get into Boy Scouts together, they tend to still work together. And they're normally pretty close when they get their Eagles. You know, one will get it in, say, January, and the other one might be March or something. They're normally right behind one another. And it's, for those who don't know, getting your Eagle Scout is not a matter of just hanging around. It's a lot of work. The boys have to do the work. We're not handing these things out. They are going out and aggressively working towards that rank.
There's a reason so few do it is because of the amount of work. When we talk about how many hours, like I know it's years that they're putting into it, but like how many active hours do you think these guys are doing? And I don't even know if hours is the correct way of saying that, but
man, I don't even know if I can count that high. I mean, these guys, most of the time they're crossing over into the Boy Scout troop when they're 11. And most of them, they're 17 and a half, 17 and 3/4 before they finish everything for that rank. Now, there are some young boys that are able to get their Eagle, when they're 14 or 15, but there's a lot of them. It's work because you have until your 18th birthday.
okay.
There's a lot of them that we're like, hey man, you're getting there. You need to finish that up. Because it's a lot. We're not just handing them out. And I know it's the same with the Troop 114, Troop 97. We also have Troop 1934G, which is our girl troop, which they're extremely active. Real proud of them. They're kicking butt and taking names. They're a great group to be around because they're very passionate. So
that's awesome, man. So tell me about how this benefits them in their early age and gets them prepared for life.
Well, you're in scouting, it's all about adventures and learning how to read maps and do things. And one of the things that you learn how to use is a compass. And then I think about them learning how to use that compass. They're learning the 12 points of the scout law, the scout oath. Really, what we're doing is we're teaching them how to use their moral compass, how to make the right decisions, do the right things. Matter of fact, I got a phone call just 2 days ago. A little story here. A buddy of mine that I know, his mother-in-law had, it was like a plywood cutout of a cow or something in her yard. It's been there for years. Nobody's ever messed with it. And then one day it comes up missing. And they have searched, looked, they've done no results, right? So this thing is just gone. Well, a young man just the other day found and returned said plywood cow, and made mention to the family that that he was a scout and he knew who took it, and he couldn't, it was bothering him that they, first of all, that they had done that, and secondly, they hadn't returned it. And he said that wasn't the right thing to do, and that was weighing heavy on his conscience. So he took the deal and took it back to the lady and set it back up in her yard for her, and wouldn't take a reward, wouldn't take anything, just wanted to make the wrong right. And he didn't even have anything to do with it. So to me, that shows that these young men and ladies, that their compasses are pointing in the right direction.
That's excellent to hear, man. What is something the community, the folks outside of the scouts, what is something we can do to help y'all, support y'all, whatever you might need?
Break out them checkbooks. No. Well, when you do see a scout that's trying to have a little fundraiser or something, every now and then there will be a group that sets up a booth in front of Tractor Supply, and they have a bake sale. Or, if you hear that there's a group, like we just went to Florida, and the boys had to pay for the trip. They had to pay the sea base for the adventure we went on. But as far as like all the gasoline and everything to get us there, man, that's kind of us dads and other people in the community, putting in money. I mean, I put quite a few stops on my personal gas card to get us there and back from that trip. But these young people deserve that trip. They deserve to go and have that experience, because these are not kids that are getting in trouble. These are kids that are doing good in school, and they're doing good in scouts. And I mean, they're stepping up to the plate and doing like you'd like a young person to do. Now, the Scout Lodge itself has fundraisers, and you can contribute to that, and that helps with the adventures. Chili at the Lodge, the first weekend in February, is one of my favorites. We actually have an international chili cook-off. It's open. You can be an amateur and join and cook. There's vendor booths, they crafts, arts, all type of stuff for sale there. And that, I believe you've been to that a time or two. That's a fun deal to come and hang out and just enjoy the day, help the scouts.
I didn't make it to the first one. I don't remember if it was pouring rain or freezing cold.
It was freezing cold.
It was freezing cold.
Yep, I was there.
I know you were. So I didn't make it to the first one, but I did make it to the second one, and it was an absolutely beautiful day. And so there was a lot to do. And actually, that's when I got to see, like, I remember seeing some of your scouts, like, disappear underneath the floor. And I'm like, Billy, what's this? And it's that storage you're talking about. And I was just like, it's a good thing that they could fit down there, because you and I, there's no getting down there for us. So
yeah, that's out of bounds for me.
So it doesn't work like that. What other different? So we've got chili at the lodge. Any other events that off the top of your head coming up the second half of this year that we could be a part of?
I know that from time to time, the individual troops have garage sales, and that's where the families of the scouts, the stuff that they would normally have a garage sale at their house, they'll do it at the lodge. That goes to benefit the boys. one of the Cub Scout packs, unfortunately, we just missed this, but one of the Cub Scout packs, they do a watermelon sale fundraiser. And these, I don't know exactly where they're getting these things from, but they have found the spot because these things, they're great. They're the best watermelon I've ever had. So there's going to be a Josie Scout banquet in October.
Is that your better half chiming in?
Hell, she might as well be the one doing the interview at this point.
Because she's covering you right now. That's twice.
For those of y'all that know my wife, I refer to her as my handler. So she takes very good care of me. Without her, I wouldn't be where I am today.
You know what? When we, as men, when we have strong women like that who can corral who we are, it is a huge blessing, and I'm very lucky to have one of those in my life too. So it is absolutely, I get it, I understand. She's probably like going like, oh geez, right now, but it's the truth, you know.
Oh, mine qualifies for sainthood at this point, you know.
No, I get it. Excellent. So how do we stay connected with the Boy Scouts? Facebook page, anything like that?
There is a Josie Lodge page on Facebook. And then some, you know, if you know someone in a certain troop, a lot of those troops have Facebook pages. You know, and it's not something we're getting on there every day and flooding with material, but you know, I know for Troop 98, we're probably once a month or so, we might post photos of a big trip we went on. And it's just fun to look at and see. Okay, yeah, you found that one.
That's Rob working in the background.
Oh yeah, man, he's on it. Just to see the adventures these young men and women are having, and you know, kind of the world is their classroom, and they're learning, and these are going to be the people that one day you want to step up and be on city council or hold a position, because you know they're going to make the best possible decision for the community.
Excellent, man. Well, hey, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we get back, we're going to share that keyword with you one more time so you can get entered to win this week. So give us just 60 seconds, and we'll be right back. Thanks. So I know I said 60 seconds, but I think I hit the 30-second timer, but that's okay. It got me the drink I needed. I'm going to bring Rob back in. Rob, sir, I saw you working in the background, being a master. I'm saying masterful. You're working masterfully in the background, but
I'm just getting you ready. You know, whenever I hire you on part-time to help us, you know, with the stuff in the, I was testing it because I mean, literally one day we're going to need somebody in the background doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, and then I've even gotten to play with it as well, you know, because if we wanted to, we could still be in our offices. But you know what? We could go to the beach. Let's go to the beach, man.
There you go.
Now, here, let's bring Billy.
Billy, welcome.
We're all hanging out.
Hey, I just got back from the beach. I'm good.
Hey,
okay,
Billy, can I share something of Billy real quick?
Here
we go.
Billy, this is on your Facebook page. And so, I mean, don't put stuff on Facebook that you don't want out there in public. And I have a little something here to share this morning with our wonderful audience. You know, I was trying to think of names because back in the day, there were the Biscuit Brothers. 3 of us right now. And, you know, there was like the Rascal Roosters. Maybe that's one we can use. I don't know. You know, think of names. Folks can give us some names. But I do have to show this, Billy. And you shouldn't put it on Facebook. There you go. I love it, man.
Dude, that's why I've ever seen it right there.
I'm your expert celebrating life. Come on down and get the rest of it.
Yeah.
Billy,
That
I
is
love it.
actually, that is on the stage at the Northside Baptist Church. That was their theme for a vacation Bible school. And I just so happened to be there, and I'm like, oh, look at there. There's a goat named Billy. Oh, Billy
man.
Goat. Yeah.
It was good, Billy.
Loved it. It doesn't bother me, sir.
You put
Hey,
it on
real
there.
quick, friendly reminder, get signed up. This week's keyword is champion. Text the keyword along with your name to 936-339-0139 for your chance to win. Rob, if I'm not mistaken, it's a $50 gift card. It is a shirt from the University Bookstore. It says, "Friends don't let friends wear purple." And then also some free passes to the Color Bar Tanning Salon.
That's it.
You've been accumulating these names all week, haven't you, sir?
Yeah, we have. And the good news is whenever the show gets wrapped up here a little bit later this morning, I believe that we'll be able to call that person. So while I was in the background, I was testing that system from here at my home office, and it looks like we'll be able to call our winner after all. So we'll be doing that right before. I know you try to hop off, Garrick, with your job around 7:50 or so. So we'll be calling that person before too long. But yeah, you've still got an opportunity, as Garrick said. Text in the keyword champion along with your name, so we know who it is, and send that in, and we will be accepting those this morning up until about 7:45 a.m. So you got 10 more minutes or so. And I was looking, Garrick, we've got about 50 entries so far this week. So it's been really great.
Hey, that's great. Billy, I got a Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home question for you.
Okay.
I know y'all are going to be doing an expansion there, but when will that start? When's that going to start taking place?
Probably a lot sooner than you would imagine. We got some good news yesterday, so we're getting ready to punch forward, hopefully. So,
and then
really good news.
Are you adding on to the backside, the left, the right? How's that
work? As you were standing in the parking lot and looking at the building, we will be enclosing the left-hand side and then adding on to it.
Okay, I gotcha. So it's a beautiful facility as it is, and then I've seen the Willis location because I've been lucky enough to roof both those two locations. Willis is nice. Willis is really nice.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Listen, they have a gazebo out there, and never mind, I won't go into it.
But they don't have a Billy.
They do not have a Billy. They absolutely do not have a Billy. So you are absolutely right. They don't have a Billy there to be there for them in their hardest times. So,
but I am available for guest appearances. If you want to use any of our three facilities and you request me, I will go to any three. Yes, and I will wear that tie. And if I can find that goat, we will both show up together.
So you didn't get to keep the goat?
No, it was a prop for a vacation Bible school.
So did they have to return those props?
I don't know. I'm going to call Reagan Cooksey today and see if he knows where that goat's at. I think that needs to be in my office.
I completely agree. You could put it on the wall behind you, or I think to your left, the viewer's right, but your left, there's nothing on that wall right there, is there?
Mm-mm.
That would be perfect. I've got a Sammy. You can have a Billy. It would work. It would work.
Ties together, absolutely.
So, you have anything else planned for the rest of your summer? I know you did just get back from vacation, but are y'all going to try and squeeze anything else in?
Well, I'm going to try to take care of this horrible sunburn that I have, and I'm still in the process of remodeling our home.
Okay.
Which is a nightmare. If you ever get a chance to remodel your home on your own, just burn it down and start over.
Absolutely. That is the correct advice you need to be giving there.
Exactly. Yes, I will tell State Farm or whoever that's what needs to be done. No, I think we're just going to kind of lay low, take it easy. Why me and my son were going on our trip. Jacqueline and the girls went on a little trip. So we're tripped out.
You're tripped out. No, I get it. I lose both my daughters and my girlfriend this weekend. Two of them are going on camp. The other one's going on a cruise. So I'm going to be just twiddling my thumbs because I'm going to have nothing to do the next week except for work. So,
hey, I know a guy remodeling his house.
You know what? I was just about to say I opened my mouth a little too wide there. I'll keep myself busy. You know,
Okay,
I've got some things to do.
Hey, if you find any free time, brother, I can sure plug you in.
Here today on campus, it's going to be a little bit busier. It is freshman orientation. So as I was walking in, or briskly walking in because I was running behind, they are already pulling into the parking garage when the doors don't even really open till like 7:30, 7:45. So they were getting here. So it's going to be a busy day on campus. Lots of freshmen coming in, their parents coming in because they're coming to learn. I get to give a very quick 10-minute speech showcase presentation on what the Bearcat Bundle and the University Bookstore is going to do for them. But it's finally a busy day. There's going to be a little bit of life on campus. I will say I know originally when students go home for the summer, it's like, oh, breath of fresh air. But like a week, 2 weeks of that goes by, I'm just like, nah, done with it. Bring them back. So, Rob,
my wife works there on campus, and I know she doesn't gripe about the parking near as bad when the kids are gone.
That's very
Usually
true.
When the students aren't there.
Correct. So, what building does she work in?
She's in the Smith Hudson building over there by the parking garage.
Okay.
Hang on, give me just a second. She'll tell me over here on the comments.
I was waiting for her to chime in. I'm surprised she hasn't yet already.
She's probably already elbow deep in something by now.
Santa George, use the freshman labor force on your remodel effort. That's definitely a possibility, sir.
This is a house I have to live in.
Oh, fair. So,
look at that. There she is.
Okay. There you go.
I was right.
You were. So she's right across the Frank Parker Plaza from me. So, Jacqueline, I'm assuming you're almost to work or at work. For everything you have to do with putting up with Billy, I'll buy you a coffee today. So just swing by, say hi, and I've got you at Starbucks today. Just let me know. So I got you. So, Rob, this is really cool with what you're doing in here. I'm going to bring you back in. Let's see if it'll fit all three of us. It will. Look at that.
There you go. We see everybody who's
all of our beautiful faces and still the chat on the side.
That's right. Billy, who's that back there? Introduce us. Well, too late.
I think he just that is Kevin Thomas. He's one of our directors at the Willis location.
All right.
So I guess he came up here to pick something up.
Awesome. That's what I love about live. You never know what's going to happen. And you know what today is, gentlemen? And thank goodness that we don't celebrate this day. Because Lord knows if I celebrated it, there'd be a lot of people running away and they'd never turn back. It's National Nude Day today, gentlemen. National Nude Day today. There's one way in East Texas you can keep cool on a hot day. And thankfully, I don't celebrate it in that way. Happy National Nude Day.
That's a private type holiday.
I had a cousin. Did you ever have cousins that you called aunts and uncles?
Yes, I have those.
Yeah. So I still have an Aunt Joyce, but I had an Uncle Joe. He passed away, but he lived in Valley Mills. He collected Volkswagens, the Love Bugs, the hippie buses. He had a whole farm of these things, man. I mean, literally, I don't know how he collected them, but probably had at least 20 of them just laying around in his yard. Several of them ran, and he would walk around and this guy was unbelievably tan, but he'd walk around. I guess the word is literally like a brassiere. And I never saw him in anything but these like tight swimming shorts that he walked around his yard. And he goes, we can get away with that here because we don't have any neighbors. And that's how he was. So he would enjoy this day if he was still with us, Billy.
I was going to say, I have more national days for you today.
See, when God created me, he kind of created like a double XL model. So yeah, I don't think anybody wants to see that.
No, I know I don't want to be seen like that. Let's say it that way. Okay, it is also National Mac and Cheese Day. It is National Shark Awareness Day. World Kebab Day. Let's see. And then it is also, most importantly, National French Fry Day.
Oh, and you can get free fry, I believe, today if you have the McDonald's app, which they have 17 ingredients in McDonald's fry. I saw this yesterday. I guess somebody's upset because he hates McDonald's and it's National Fry Day today. That he literally, I know that you hate McDonald's,
I don't
Billy, and that's
hate
all right.
McDonald's. I just don't agree with McDonald's.
Well, they have 17 ingredients in their fries. One of them is a silicone base that keeps the texture of the fries.
Told y'all.
I'm done. Thank you. I'm done.
When I was growing up, a French fry had potato, grease, and salt.
Sounds like my belly. It's full of potatoes, grease, and salt, man.
And what's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing. Jennifer, are you a McDonald's fry eater, Jennifer? She joins us every morning, and we appreciate her.
Oh,
hey,
it just popped up the emoji.
We're going to have a mad franchisee calling us here in a little bit.
Have you seen Jerica on the show this week at all, Garrick, by the way? Jerica from Fargo. From Fargo.
I've not seen that name pop up in the chat, sir.
She's left us, Billy.
Am I missing out?
Well, she knew I was on vacation.
Yeah, that's what it was. She chimes in almost every show, and I haven't really seen too much over the last couple of weeks. I think it's because I posted the Sam Houston championship ring, and then she commented back saying, "Oh, and how many times did the Bison beat Sam Houston in the national championship?" Oh, that's right, twice.
Some people always bragging stuff up.
All right. Hey, Garrick, are you ready? Can we call our winner? I have selected a winner here through our randomizer. You ready for this?
You're taking lead on that, though, right? Because I don't.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
What is our name, by the way? You can't have Three Stooges. Obviously, you can't have the Biscuit Brothers. The Three Dumplings. Can we go with that? We'll just go with the Three Dumplings. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Can you guys hear this ringing? Hold on. Can you hear that?
I can hear ringing in my ears.
Gotta answer to win.
Hello?
Hi, who is this?
Who is this?
Well, this is Three Dumplings here. Good morning, Huntsville. How you doing? How you doing? Are you waking up with a good dip in your lower lip this morning?
I'm trying to. After I ate me a breakfast burrito.
By Lordy, did you get it at the McDonald's hamburger?
No.
I got two other dumplings here with me this morning. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Billy first. Sorry, we're having a real hard time just keeping our composure. This is hilarious. Hi, my name is Garrick.
He's a dumpling. He's one of them. By Lord, come on.
Dumpling one, okay.
Dumpling two, come on, dumpling two.
This is dumpling two. They call me Billy.
And my third dumpling for Friday.
Oh, it's your third dumpling, honey, and you just hit the jackpot because we ain't giving away no of them passes there to the Color Bar Tanning Salon. We don't have the cash for you because it's National Nude Day, and we're showing up to your front door in our brassieres. You've won, Paula. You are the lucky winner of the dumplings of Huntsville, Texas. Now
thank y'all so much.
We're gonna get on down there and we're gonna bring it to you, and you get on down there and get the rest of it now.
Wait. This is the Paula?
30.
This is the Paula Armstrong, who is the winner today.
All right, and I just changed my sign on my desk that says today will be a good day.
Hey, do you have any inflatables in your yard for National Nude Day?
No, because I'm waiting. Because next Monday I'll have the It's a Girl. I should have my granddaughter next Monday. So I'm saving my yard and spotlights for that.
Paula, go ahead, Garrick, and then I've got a question for her.
Okay, Paula, I missed breakfast yesterday, so I was going to ask you a question. Are we still good for the Kiwanis poker tournament?
Yes, in fact, they just got the flyer finalized because they had to confirm the donors of the gold and silver and all that kind of stuff. So it's Friday, August 11th. By August 7th, if you prepay, you get extra chips.
Okay, well, I'll be texting you today because I'll double check with my brother. He's probably going to come up again, and then we'll both sign up again like last time.
I think registration will begin at 4, and then 5:30 is playtime.
Well, listen, you understand that I require special privileges, so I'm just going to pay you early like I did last year.
That is more than fine. I will get them to Johnny Mike.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Paula, this is Rob Dumpling back on here again. Listen, you live out at the Elkins Lake, I believe. Do you got a lot of trees around your property, or can you throw the toilet paper to your neighbors across the way?
Well, I have a vacant house next to me, so I just throw it next door.
Well, in all seriousness, Paula, if you lived in an area that was maybe 20 acres, all wooded, would you celebrate by yourself or with your significant others? Would you celebrate National Nude Day if you lived in a wooded area?
No, because I don't want no mosquitoes to bite me. That virus is out there.
Boy, that Zika got me on my right butt cheek last year, and it hurt.
See, that's what would happen.
Paula, congratulations. You are the winner today. I'll get with you next week about, I promise we got the prizes, the Color Bar Tanning Salon. Also, Garrick is going to throw in a shirt. He's got you're a Bearcat fan, right? You better be.
Oh, she is the biggest.
My husband and I met going to San Diego.
He is the queen of the Bearcats.
We've been married 40 years.
Happy 40th year. There you go.
Wow.
40
and congratulations to you and your family.
Hey, we had the fourth dumpling, so he's going to be joining us in a few years. So,
okay.
Paula,
thank you guys.
Hey, Paula,
thank you to everybody.
Before you go, we always ask, Billy, what's the question? Billy knows the question. Every guest, Billy, what do we ask him?
Billy's been on vacation.
Billy?
He's looking outside.
I got to pretend like my computer froze up.
Garrick knows the question.
Paula, what is your favorite thing about Huntsville?
The whole town, all the people, and all the fun I get to have.
All right. There you go. Paula, God bless you. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Man, this has got to be bad for Kyle. He said the Bluetooth disconnected from my phone for a minute, and I started getting weird looks towards my cubicle. Hi, how y'all doing? It's the Dumplings here.
That's a buddy of mine. He's probably used to that.
Where does he work at, man?
I think he's doing, he's either doing home inspection or he's doing oil stuff. So, yeah.
Good Lord. Think if you worked at like TDCJ somehow and you're like in this massive building and all of a sudden all that people hear is, are you walking around nude today loudly on their computer speakers?
Hey, I got a problem with this whole dumpling 1, 2, and 3.
What is that?
It takes me back to my high school days because there was a shop teacher and I had some running buddies in there like Russell Van Hes and Ryan Bird. And we were DA, and you can figure out what DA stands for on your own, 1, 2, and 3. And I was blessed enough to be DA number 2, and now I'm dumpling number 2.
All right. Well, hey, I figured we'd come up with something, man. And, we both, the good Lord has blessed all three of us with a little bit of an appetite, and so we can be called the dumplings. Why don't chicken dumplings ever get to play hide and seek? This is so dumb because wherever they go, they're always spotted in the soup. There you go. That's the worst joke I've ever heard in my life. Close us out, Garrick. That was terrible on a Friday. I love you guys. Have a blessed day.
Billy, it looks like you're in trouble, sir. Are you in trouble now?
Yes.
Okay, I want to remind Mr. Daniel Leatherman that yes, it was a spring season. No, they were not against depleted teams, and then we had to play against teams from all around the U.S. in the playoffs to win the championship. So no, it was not an off year. It was not an off season. Sam Houston kicked butt and took names and earned that national championship. Sorry, I saw your comment and I felt a little sour about it. So
I'm busy looking at George Pitt's comment up here, Deuce Dumpling.
Don't give Coach Leatherman, any recognition about his hate for Sam Houston because he's going to start rolling here.
Listen, it's coming in. I can't do it. We're taking away from the positivity of this show. We can't have that.
That's right.
Hey,
Coach, we love you. So he's always a hoot, man. We always have a lot of fun with Coach Leatherman. Guys, thank you, Garrick. Garrick, I wanted to tell you, man, thank you so much for this week. I know that things have been it was kind of, how do I say, like uncharacteristic. Normally we have the studio and we found out, really quick that Monday we were having this C-section, and I had asked you, and you'd already told me, man, when that baby comes, I'll be more than happy. And so I just wanted to say thank you for doing a phenomenal job all week, for entertaining the guest on the show. If we have to do this again, definitely going to have you back. And man, we just appreciate you and all your hard work this week of still being able to make this show go on. Because a lot of the sponsors said, hey, don't worry about it. And I said, nope, the show always goes on. And because of you, Garrick, the show was able to go on this week. So, man, we love you, buddy. Appreciate you and all that you do, man.
Listen, I was happy to step in for you. I don't know about phenomenal. Okay, I'll give myself like a strong B plus, but I'm not the A plus that is you, Rob Hip. So
we're all together, man. All together. Don't do that.
I hope there is a new level of appreciation of how good you are at what you do, because like I said, even though I've enjoyed talking and hanging out with everyone this week, I like my sleep. But also at the same time, I'm not the leader of the train. I'm not the conductor like you are. I'm really good at the color commentary. I can add in, I could be funny, but I can't lead the show. So, but I am very thankful you are back.
Well, we're going to have fun continuing on next week. We're getting guests lined up. Monday, Russell Humphrey going to join us with Walker County Federal Credit Union. So we'll have him on as well. And then we're still taking guests. This week I've been so focused on baby, of course, that I have not secured a lot of guests for next week, but those usually fill up fast. So maybe there's a nonprofit this morning. Maybe one of our listeners or viewers knows of a nonprofit that would love to be on the show. Please reach out. Let us know. You can comment here. You can email us, hello@hellohuntsvilletx.com. I did want to remind folks, too, the Rays of Hope fundraising drive is really coming together now. The Care Center here in Huntsville, Pregnancy Care Center, they need help. So we're going to include them as well. We've identified our 5 nonprofits now, and be on the lookout on the website for all of that. So excited for that event coming up on July the 29th. Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, he is our studio sponsor. He said, Rob, why don't we do a raffle every hour? We're going to be there from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single hour. We're going to be raffling off some jewelry that is valued at least $100. We've seen jewelry in these prize boxes go as high as $400 retail. He's got jewelry that we're going to be raffling off every single hour for those that come through and donate. So check out the website, hellohuntsvilletx.com. And Garrick, appreciate you. Billy, thank you, man. And Garrick, I'll let you close it out. I got to go. Baby's crying, and Bridget needs me. God bless you guys. Love y'all.
Okay, that's it. I've got 7:58. I still need to go get my store open, and I have to do it in record time. So, and then make sure my student workers are ready for the rush that is orientation. So, Billy, any piece of advice or wisdom you want to bestow upon us before we start our days?
Yes, don't ever do one of these video chat things when there's a doggone fly in your office.
Hey, that works. That works.
I'm sitting
Don't.
here and it's like,
And
so,
like you don't want to look
for those of y'all that have seen me swatting, I'm not having like a bad drug day or whatever. There's a fly.
Well, awesome, man. Thank you for joining us today. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome to have you back. And then everybody else, go out, have a great day, put a smile on. It increases your face value.
Already getting screen time. God almighty. Look at the size of that baby.
Get a big boy.
He's going to have a high school career before a college career. Have you sung Coach Southern yet?
Just start having the commitments now, committing somewhere. So, well, awesome. That's it. Y'all have a great day. Be positive, be thankful, help out your fellow neighbor, and then let's all have a great weekend. And then we'll be back in studio Monday. So, Billy, good seeing you. Have a great day.
Bye.